Imagine waking up at 4 a.m. and someone staring through your window. I'd only been living in my very first apartment for about 2 weeks. It was a basement unit. Cheap, small, and not exactly the safest choice, but it was what I could afford. Because it was below ground level, the windows sat right at street height. When people walked by outside, all you could see were legs and shoes passing. The apartment had 2 bedrooms. I slept in one with the blinds tightly closed. The other bedroom, though, had some water damage near the window, so I kept the blinds all the way up to let the wall dry before maintenance came. That room was basically empty, just some leftover moving boxes stacked in the corner. One night, around 4 a.m., I woke up suddenly. Not the usual groggy kind of waking up. This was different. My body snapped to attention like an alarm had gone off inside me. My heart was racing, my chest tight, every nerve screaming, "Something is wrong." I grabbed my phone. 4:02 a.m. The apartment was silent. I lay still for a moment, trying to calm down, until I turned my head toward the closed blinds of my bedroom window. That's when I saw it. A huge, dark shadow. The clear outline of a person. They had a flashlight pressed against the glass, shining into my bedroom, trying to peer inside. My blood turned to ice. I froze, then carefully reached under my bed for the only weapon I had, a small hunting knife I kept for protection. My hands were shaking as I got out of bed. I crept into the hallway, from where I could see into the second bedroom. That's when I realized they weren't just looking into my room. The figure had moved to the uncovered window in the other bedroom. I peeked around the corner just enough to see him scanning the floor with his flashlight, moving it slowly, methodically. I could hear the jingle of heavy keys, boots scraping against the ground. This was not some random kid. He was big, strong, someone who clearly knew how to move quietly. My chest tightened. I was a young woman, alone, in a cheap basement apartment. No roommate, no alarm system, no one to call for help. I told myself, this is it. This is really happening. My adrenaline surged so high I felt dizzy. And then my phone buzzed. A text lit up the screen. It was from a friend of mine who worked in law enforcement. The message said, "What's going on at your apartment?" My heart dropped. How did he know? Did someone already report something? Did he somehow know there was a stranger outside? I texted him back quickly, but before I could process anything further, the shadow outside disappeared. Just like that, it was gone. I went back to my room, knife in hand, and sat on my bed, trembling. Not 5 minutes later, bang, bang, bang. Someone pounded on my door with terrifying force. The panic rose all over again. I had no peephole, no safety chain, just one thin door between